Welcome to episode 3 of Shoot the Shit. Of course, you have me, your wonderful host, and with me I'm always joined by Fluke and Kel somewhere hiding in the background.
Alright, guys.
Evening.
Evening. Look at you, getting off work and instantly, coming and doing stuff.
Well, it's better than saying morning, right?
Well, it is morning, but you've been working. Also, if you guys hear at any point ice rattling or a glass noise, point it out in the comments. For every single one that you hear, I'm going to slap Fluke upside the goddamn head.
In that case, I'm going to go grab a glass.
He's...
Well done.
Fluke is
It's
sat
a million
there.
degrees in here, man. I'm in my attic. It is so warm in here. Considering the time of night.
See, yeah, but wouldn't you rather we were doing it this time of night than, 2 in the afternoon in sweltering heat?
Blah. I'd be a puddle on the floor at that point up here at that time of day.
I wouldn't be
Fluke
conscious that time of the day.
Really? You're not conscious? Are you not off to work?
My alarm goes off at 2:30. And tomorrow's
fair
a
enough.
weekend day, so I don't plan on getting out of bed till about 5.
Excellent, excellent. So, before we go anywhere, I'm going to say, did you guys see the wonderful article that was written up and put on our fancy website?
That was heartwarming.
It was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't really see the competition going down that way. You know, I was expecting... in honesty, I expect everyone that mentions, the holy crap they won to be kind of happy about it because holy crap they won. But I've never had something as heartwarming as that. Normally it's a case of, oh, that's awesome, I can't afford it, or oh, that's awesome, I really wanted to give it to my friend. But I've never had something as heartwarming as, oh, that's awesome, me and my other half are expecting a baby soon and we wanted something to play together and now we have Diablo. It's like, that really was. If you guys haven't read the story, it's over on the website, go and check it out. It's brilliant. We didn't actually expect it and we actually helped them out a little bit further, but it really does kind of encompass the whole idea of what we're trying to push for with Elden 3 and spreading the love. I think it worked really well.
Couldn't have really hoped for anything better, I think. It worked beautifully.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally out of the blue and unexpected. It's like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I feel that it was perfect. It really was the best way to actually start what we're doing, I feel. It really kind of is.
Yeah, good way of kicking it off.
Yeah, it's the best example. Okay, so moving on from there. Kel, wonderful Mr. Kel, what have you been up to in the past week, video-wise? Fill me in.
Video-wise in the last week, just after we finished recording last week, I actually went and streamed and recorded some Ticket to Ride, a board game adaptation with a few friends, and put that up in the channel just as a kind of, here's an hour of us playing one game of this board game and shouting at each other, which was a lot of fun.
I want to jump on you on that one really quickly before you go any further. I saw that and I had a go at you because it was like a quick glimpse of Ticket to Ride. It was an hour fucking long.
It was
How is that a
It was
quick?
sarcastic quick.
Yeah, so he's actually changed it because of me, and he's now what did you call it? A not so quick look or something.
Yeah, not so quick glimpse of Ticket to Ride.
Yeah. Okay, so fill me in. I haven't actually watched the video yet. I've been so swamped I haven't got around to it. Fill me in. Give me 2 sentences of what the game actually is.
Basically, it's a German board game. It's won a host of awards that involves making train lines from one city to another, but there's limited trains that can go down each individual line, and depending on what route you draw on the card that tells you you've got to get from A to B to get bonus points, you can end up blocking people, and that causes rage. If you find out that you've got this nice short way you're planning to go, someone goes there, now you've got to go the entire distance around the map, which, yeah, it's kind of fun.
To me, that sounds a lot like Detour. Detour was a very awesome kind of multiplayer-esque get from point A to point B while other people are trying to screw you over kind of thing. It wasn't so much a board game, but it was a fantastic little game.
It's actually very similar to that, except without the, demolitions and things that you can use along the way. But
so what else have you been up to?
I did a kind of first glimpse video at Dirt Showdown, which still is.
I saw that.
That was a lot.
I was
of fun
expecting more crashes.
Yeah, a lot of it ended up having to get cut because there were so many race types. I wanted to cover them all, but I didn't want the video to be too long. But
are you going to do anything else on it?
Definitely. I mean, I'm going to be playing a lot of multiplayer for sure, and that's a slap for Fluke. But yeah, if any multiplayer,
I thought I could do it quietly.
Any multiplayer I do end up doing will be streamed and recorded, and I'll probably put it up as more because that game is an amazing amount of fun. It's just pure carnage.
I think I might actually sneak in on one of those and play multiplayer with you.
More than welcome.
Excellent, excellent. So anything else?
Let's see. The new episode of Space Marine has just gone up, and the new episode of Final Fantasy is actually coming up tomorrow, with Minecraft coming later in the week, so they're going to be continuing.
Yeah.
Awesome. It sounds like you've been very busy.
A little bit, yeah.
It's really nice, like, to see that you have been as busy as that, as well as like all the stuff we're doing. It's really great to see the great flow of everything. And I've said the word "great" twice there in one sentence because it's great, and that's 4 times.
Well, to be honest,
let's see if we can make it a great 5th. Bam. So,
with the launch, I mean, it's gone so well, and that story that we had with
everything is
giveaway,
beautiful.
That's just given me so much drive to just keep going with this, because we've got a good thing. Let's keep it running.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually managed to be putting out, even with my hectic schedule of exams and everything, and finishing up university and traveling down to London and all this stuff, and sorting out new housemates and all that crap, I've still managed to actually get out a video every day for the past few days, and it's really nice to kind of keep up that pace. And it's hectic and it's frantic, but it's brilliant. I mean, whoa, what was there? There was Alan Wake, American Nightmare, First Glance. The Second Thought has gone up now, and there was Raccoon City, First Glance, and we've still got to do the Second Thought on that, the multiplayer, which leads us fantastically into what I wanted to talk about for a few minutes.
Actually, hang on, one quick question. Alan Wake, was that out on the Xbox before it was on the PC?
The original, yes, and American Nightmare, yes, as well. The original Alan Wake was out for quite a while before the PC version.
Ports.
Yes.
Interesting as a comparison here.
Yes,
because
it is.
Alan Wake works really well, and in
Resident Evil doesn't work.
In doing the bits and pieces for the Second Thought, the footage playing around in arcade mode, I actually had quite a blast. I enjoyed the arcade mode more than I did the story, truth be told. I didn't expect it. I expected it to be a bit of a chore to just sit there and just film a bit of footage for it, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was
awesome.
Really good fun. Compared to Raccoon City, which was a steaming heap of shite.
It didn't work at all. Kel, jump in on this. What is your opinion and feeling on console ports then?
Honestly, if a console port is done right, where it actually works and the controls aren't, bound in stone, pretty much, they can work pretty well. I mean, probably the best...
But then would it still be classified as a console port in your eyes? I mean, for example, the original Alan Wake for me on PC, I wouldn't really define that as a console port because they did technically rewrite it for the PC.
Yeah,
it came from a console, yes, but it's not a port.
That's all a port is. It's a rewrite of a game. The trouble is, most often, the rewrite is done in such a fast, cheap, piss-poor manner that the end product is unplayable or not a very good semblance of the original game.
That's the thing for me. I actually draw there's a line that I draw where a game doesn't necessarily become a console port. I mean, if a game is released, for example, on all 3 platforms at the exact same time, would you then define it as a console port?
It was written for all 3 at the same time.
No. Like, take Game X. Game X is new to come out. It's coming out on the PC and Xbox and PS3. Now, what would make you define Game X as being a console port? Would it be the fact that you can use a controller with it? Would it be the fact that...
Well, I would say what its primary development platform was.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But then, what if it was designed? Each version was designed around the whole the platform it was using. Let's take an example very quickly before we have to move on. At Borderlands 2, like, did you read the love letter thing that Claptrap sent out regarding Borderlands 2 for the PC? The fact of all the changes they're making to make it more streamlined and better for the PC player and a better PC experience. Would you then still define that as a console port?
Personally, I would, because Borderlands has been primarily focused on the consoles with PC on the side. Now, this time they're polishing up the PC version of it a little bit, but in my mind it's still primarily console.
That's more than a little.
All right, it's polished up a lot, but it's still a polished up port of a console game. The game was originally made for the console and was then ported across to another. That is the very definition of it. I mean, it goes right back to the roots when you couldn't just take a piece of software from a Mega Drive and make it run on a PC or make it run on a NES. You had to recode the entire damned engine from the ground up. It was a port. That's what it is. A port is a total engine rewrite. The problem is, nowadays, they're done in such a way that they can be literally thrown into a different framework and essentially rebuilt, not recoded and rewritten.
So would you say then that games that have, you know, different dev teams for different versions of the game, Remedy, for example, made the Max Payne versions for the PC. They were the Max Payne devs. Would you then refer to Max Payne as a console port, or because it had a different dev team that was working on it, would that then not fall into it?
What was it originally designed for? The whole concept
it would be originally designed for like the PS2, I think, but that's going away
was
back.
It originally designed for the piece?
But that's the thing. If it was designed for the PS2, they wouldn't have been able to just port it over. The engines would have been completely different.
No, exactly. That's the point. If it's
yeah,
it depends.
Hang
on, it depends what the concept was designed for. Because when you're designing a game, you start off with getting an idea what your hardware is capable of to give you game engine limitations, logical limitations you can't work past. That depends on your hardware. That depends whether you're basing it on the PC.
Yeah, but if they're then giving it to a different dev that is then turning around and is having to change things to make it fit better into the platform that they are.
The concept.
So you're saying that there is
concept and redesign. You're not just rebuilding the engine. You're redesigning the game.
Yeah, but if they are keeping the game to the original premise, if the original game was kept to the premise and story of the game that it was meant to be, and all of the mechanics worked on both, were designed to work on both, and they were both done on different engines that were optimized for the platforms that they were on
both, you're taking the lowest common denominator, which is likely the PlayStation. In that case, yes, it's a console port.
Okay. I would love to keep this conversation going. However, we're running out of time. Like, this is, I feel that this conversation has like way more. Yeah. My issue is that I think people are getting too lazy with them. Bringing it around to wrap it up.
I'll agree very much there. They are very much getting they're designing stuff. It's with the Xbox being so similar to the PC.
Like Resident Evil is the prime example.
Architecture so similar, they can write one piece of code and compile it twice.
Well,
but it's designed and functional on the Xbox and a bit crippled.
Stop ranting. There we go. Like Resident Evil is the prime example with the D-pad thing in the bottom corner. That right there, prime example.
Exactly. It's the same code, just compiled.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kel, you've got like 30 seconds. Fill me in. What is coming up in this week from you? Oh, wonderful, Mr. Kel.
Coming up this week, I want to do a little bit on a small game in beta called Kerbal Space Program. It involves making a rocket, getting to space. There's also going to be the usuals, more Minecraft, more Space Marine, more Final Fantasy. The second batch of Final Fantasy from the second mega stream will be starting going up this week.
Awesome. Anything else?
That's all I have in mind at the moment, but apart from Diablo streaming, because I'm still working through Inferno, and I might be streaming some Dirt as well, which I'm kind of looking forward to. And Dick
Really? I heard a little birdie tell me that you have something else on the PS3, maybe, to take a look at.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to say a bit hush about that and have a big explosion, but I might have gotten my hands on a Dust 514 beta key, and being a big EVE player, I'm rather excited for that.
I'm super, super excited to actually get some of that up on our site. That looks very awesome. Anyway, I ruined your surprise now, so I'll leave it there. I've got coming up... Ooh, Fluke, what do we got coming up? We've got Resident Evil tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really quick to wrapping this up. What else? We've got...
I'm going to be away next week. Well, most of the weekend and whatnot. I'm away as of later today.
Yeah, I'll have to like do it all on my own. Max Payne 3 comes out for the PC finally, and I'll be taking a look at that. And I believe I may also be taking a look at the Wrath of Lamb expansion for Binding of Isaac, but I may not because it's only an expansion. It depends if I've got time. But apart from that, that's everything. There will be more videos coming from me this week. There'll be more videos from Kel. Fluke is off on holiday for a week, so he won't be here. You'll see him next week for Shoot the Shit. You will be back, won't you?
Yeah, should be back by Wednesday.
Excellent. So you've got me and Kel to keep you company until then with streams and videos and articles and wonderful happy things. So until then, from me and these two, we will catch you for the next video. If you have any questions, queries or comments, leave them down below. Peace.
in a while.
Stay awesome.